So what do we do? Let's think today. When you were a baby, your mommy at the hospital signed an SS5 form. If you were basically my age, what happens? You did it yourself at 14. Somebody signed that form. What does this mean? You gave, or your mommy gave permission to the IRS to tax your paycheck. They got permission to take their tax out of your paycheck that you work for. So you get the leftover. So the bottom line is this is your problem and not understanding. I'd like you to basically, and below, again, the link below, get a copy of the SS5. All right, the SS5 in the link below. Simple. You can understand how you connect your dots. So you gave permission, or mommy did, for the IRS to give you get your paycheck, and they're allowed to take their cut. You get the leftover, and everything you touch again is tax, and probate. That's what happens. Your family did it to you. You're doing it to your kids today. Most of you, 98% of you. So what happens? The SS5 is basically what allows the IRS to track us, and also for the SSN and the 1040 tax return. That allows them to tax our paycheck. As we get our paycheck, we get the leftover, and everything you touch is tax, and probate when you're gone. See, the reality is no one taught you rules and tools. I've been teaching this for 50 years. I don't know where you've been, but it's going to be up to you. I'm one of the most verified people on the planet today. 50 years, 6 days a week, helping people. If you pay attention, you can help yourself today if you want to. So the SS5 is SSN, and that's IRS 1040 tax return. You tax when you get your paycheck. You can learn to recycle your paycheck. That means you recycle your paycheck. But you have to listen very carefully. A house payment is for 24 years, interest only. 24 years. So if you rent a house, you're making someone else rich. I don't like when people tell you not to own a house. It makes no sense to me. The only way I can recycle my paycheck back in my pocket is having a house payment, because it's all interest for 24 years. So if I have my paycheck taxed and I own a house, because I would pay what, a rent or a house payment? House payment gives me that money back on my tax return. That's interest. That's the only real write-off we have. So I call it recycling taxes and money, your paycheck. See, procrastination is the hardest thing you do in your life. You're all procrastinators, unfortunately. You put it off till tomorrow and never happens. You get stuck. Well, it's kind of terrible, because what you do is you get stuck and you have reruns every other day, the same thing's happening. Think about today. If you allow me to repackage you, I'd repackage you and your family. I'd get you to basically, if you wanted to, show you how I got clients to millionaire status and do the same thing for you if you want. But it's up to you. You have to follow through. Again, over 40 million people have gotten to millionaire status using my product so far. But it's up to you. Your results may vary. If you wanted to make a little bit extra money, you could refer people to my workshops and my classes tomorrow. I have basically 5 classes tomorrow, and I'll be live at 3:15 in the morning as well. So if you're live and you go to my class with your friends and family, you can make up to about a 20% return on your money for doing nothing. Nothing. You help me help you. What a concept. You see, everybody needs to know about rules and tools of fluctuation and having 100,000 in credit. They need to stick you to the back of their cards. They need to realize 100,000 in credit gives us 71,000 of safety to protect the family. 71,000 to protect the family. So again, I would invite you, very simple today, if you wanted to. All right, basically you could be an affiliate. The link below, it's up to you. So you can sign up to that and get part of the process, and you can help me and help you. Here's chapter 18. I found this out when I was a little kid listening to a poker game at Mrs. Hope's house. I was with her. She's using and abusing. That's just what happened in my life. Not fun, but it's what happens to me. So what do we do? The LLC, LLP, C Corp, nonprofit, PC, that's the structure, and you're all trying to change the world. You're trying to let it do business. No rich and famous person let their parent company do business. None of them. None of them. But you're trying to reinvent the wheel. Good for you. They sue the LLC or C Corp, nonprofit, PC. They sue you. Then they sue your spouse. Now you both have both problems because you had a lawsuit against you. What do? They say it's a legal person. It's right there in front of you. It's public record. So again, I'm not here to be safe an attorney, but I can guide you in the right direction if you want me to. What do? It says it may sue or be sued. That scares me. So if they sue the corporation, they would sue me or my spouse. I don't want that to happen to me. You want it to happen to you? Simple. So if we look at this, I learned this at 7.5 years old. Went to the library. That's what I did because I didn't know any better. I wanted to find out what it meant. I researched it. From there, we get choices. I think the problem people do is they fib to you all the time. I think you fib to yourself. what happens? You got a corporation or LLC or something, you signed a guarantee of a lease of a building, the credit card, or the car. And what happens if you end up buying a bankruptcy, as they say on social media, if bankrupt get another one, I think they come get you anyway. That's what seems to happen. So we have choices. I asked a college professor years ago, and I asked a very basic question from a group of people, and we kind of ended a little debate because he's a genius and I like geniuses. I asked him a question. When did the LLC, LLP, C Corp, nonprofit, PC, grow hands? I want to know what grow hands. What does that mean? When did it grow hands? You see, who signs for something on behalf of the corporation? You do. You do. You signed the bank account, the lease of the building, the car, the credit card, and the loan. So if you ruined a corporation or got messed up or LLC, they're going to come get you anyway. So if you let the parent company do business, you have no line of defense. You have no line of defense, and that's the problem you have today. You allow this to happen to you, and you should not do that at all. See, a corporation or LLC, LLP, and all these pieces can have what's called division process. How do I know that? I invented it in 84. Got it approved in 84 and 85, 86. Our choices are simple. So the corporation you might have today, it does not have hands. That's the bottom line. It doesn't have hands. Congratulations. Thank you. As we do this as well, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am in the Blueprint program, and I have my call with you on Tuesday. I'm so excited. I get excited every time I talk to somebody because it's fun. I like changing lives. The greatest gift I've ever got is the smile on my wife's face and my kids. Second greatest gift is helping people. I love the fact that we just popped a $30,000 card before I got here. $30,000, no interest. Because that lets that business have money. It doesn't show up on personal credit because it's a business card. See, we can learn to structure things correctly like I've done. Literally for over 50 million people, division process, 39 million millionaire clients. That's what they did using my system before I passed away and died in that coma in 2009. Very simple. I did get to come back because I'm here today. So what do? Structure, finance, and dreams. If we structure finance and dreams, awesome. Well, the reality is very simple, Carlos. We have to understand something. You have a family. You're a man. You're a woman. You're what? You got a man up, kids. You got everything else. See, I'm a father. I'm a husband. Okay, and I'm a man. I don't want to be a husband. That says, if a woman got a divorce, he's a husband. Write down words. I make them up all the time. It's fun. I wrote a show for Fox Television years ago. Husband. Structure. If I have an LLC today, and I have 18 divisions, I create under one thing, up to $1 million plus of credit. If I had basically 18 divisions on Bank of America, and they give me $150,000 line of credit per division, that's $2.7 million in my hand. So does that give us the ability to finance the business? Well, let's see, corporations, all right, do what? They don't pay tax if they're profitable. Corporations can use credit to finance their business and offset the taxes. We watch rich and famous people do this all the time. You can learn to do it too if you want to. I've only helped presidents of the United States of America, Lakers, Clippers, and Dodgers, and Angels. I've sold or given away more corporations on planet Earth than anybody. I'm the number one registration in the world, so you might want to listen and learn. I can't wait for my life to be changed. I'll do anything you tell me to do. Well, that's the goal. See, I'm a bossy person. I'm sorry, I'm just going to tell you something. I'm not going to give you could do this and that. No, that's not me. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do, and all you have to do is follow through. I've done that my whole life. That's how I created 39 million millionaire clients so far. That's how we play the game. So let's understand something today. That is a corporation with 3 divisions. I want you to have 18. That's my desire for you in the beginning. What do? Unfortunately, what happened in life is you. The rerun, the old blankety blank day. I lost my job. I'm going to panic. Why do you do that? You see, you sit there in the kitchen table with your friends and family, and you say, we're going to start a business, honey. We're going to jack up the credit cards, drop the score to get stuck, can't get any more. We're going to hawk the house. No. If we use our personal credit and we do it right, we use a little bit to do foundation. Once foundation's done, the corporation stands on its own 2 feet. Just like the card I popped earlier today, I probably did over $1.5 million of popping credit today. That's all corporate credit. All right, there's no what. All right, it doesn't show up on personal file. I can finance a business. I can get the American dream if I want to, as long as I follow through. All I can tell you is this: these don't fluctuate, these do. Having $100,000 in personal credit makes sense to me. All right, that gives me $71,000 of safety credit in case I have a bad day, bad week, month, or year. You see, we all have our problems and our concern. We're afraid. I believe we're all afraid. I think we're afraid to be broke. I'm afraid. I don't like eating out of a trash can as a kid. I didn't have a mommy and daddy like you. So the bottom line is I was always afraid. Library time. See, I'd like you to stop bringing the pain home. Could you do that for me? I mean, make a promise to yourself, please. Okay? Never bring the pain home. I wrote that years and years ago. I wrote down, stop bringing the pain home, never bring the pain home. Because all I had as a kid is pain. So that's why I wrote the rules and tools on that too, on the rights of those as well. See, I protect the information I create because I don't want somebody to steal it. They do that all the time. I want you to focus today. You have an SS5 form that you filled out, a mommy did. That means you got an SSN. Very simple. Let's understand that it works. You got your first job. You got the job. Fantastic. Right there. It says it right there. Then they taxed your paycheck because you gave them permission. So now we look at SS4. The SS4, it's right there. It says employer. And then it says line 1, entity. Entity is a division, if you don't know that. And then it says basically what? Individual person. You're entitled to 3 divisions of you, by the way. I have 3. See, I have 5. I have basically 5 closet divisions and 3 divisions of me. I always put it at the number 8. I was born on the 8th. My race boats, my motorcycles, and cars always had the number 8 on it. See, 8 to me is infinity beyond. That's what makes sense to me. So I like the number 8. But the bottom line is all numbers make sense because I like numbers. See, numbers never lie, only people do. I watched that for my whole life. Now, I'm going to ask you to look at bankruptcy. I don't want you to file one. And unfortunately, you go to a bankruptcy attorney, most of the time you didn't need to file one at all. But you did because they told you to. What do you think they're going to sell you? A pickle or an ice cream or a banana? They told you what they sell. So guess what? Be careful, because I had a client the other day that his attorney told him to file bankruptcy, Chapter 11, and everything he had. He had a problem with the entity. He had a problem with the location. He forgot what I've taught him. He was panicking, so his wife was crying, ah! Unfortunately, that's true. So bankruptcy. You see, let's pretend we focus and do things my way, and I'd like you to listen and learn. What does that mean for you? Well, if we have a problem, we the people, can file a bankruptcy using an SSN or use an SS4. You get one SSN. Every division gets its own tax ID, and it gets a separated piece. Banks last year bankrupt 22,000 locations. 22,000 locations. Hey, that's how you feeling. So what do they do? Grocery stores. How about cities? The United States of America Incorporated, 50 states. Every state has cities, and cities are corporations. They're so smart they created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy. A Chapter 9 bankruptcy. Do you understand? See, they planned the problem. You don't do that. You let life control you. I don't want you to do that anymore. There it is right here. SSN or SS4. Check it out. Who wants to be the problem area? I don't want you to be a problem area. As an example, here's a client. As an example, they have 4 collection accounts. They have no credit at all. They destroyed it all. They even have a bankruptcy and collection. I got him $300 to start out with. Is that okay? You see, what happens with me, if you allow me to do my job, okay, and it's very simple, I'm allowed to add you to credit. In other words, I'm a dashboard. I'm an affiliate. An affiliate, a real affiliate, not a pretend one out there I see all the time. So I have 1,200 cards to play with, not counting lines of credit as well. So if you allow me to add you to a current account, all right, as I set you up and rebuild you the right way, what I get to do is line you up and get you a card. Pay off my card and get separate billing. You see, they're going through a bad time. They found they fell through this crap because of what happened in life, but they also panicked. But listen carefully. Rapid Rescore blocked their crap, blocked it, pushed the score up. Even at a 487, they got a card for $300 to build up and away. You have to start somewhere. Simple. Here's a bankruptcy. You have no credit at all. Rapid Refresh blocked it again and got a card for another $300. See, some of you have to rebuild your basically up what happens. Life has screwed men. Okay, I don't know what that means. Life has, we all get screwed up. I think it doesn't matter, man or women, whatever happens in the world, we get messed up. But again, it's always God, family, and money for me. God, family, and money. I have to look at it that way. It makes sense to me. 11 collection accounts. Sorry, I stutter once in a while. Sometimes my brains both sides work at the same time and it gets stuck. So I go, so hopefully you can live with that. So here's a 561 with collection accounts, 11 of them. I got him $500. Is that okay? The next one's bigger and bigger and bigger. So the goal is if you had a Rapid Rescore, right here is Rapid Rescore. What does that do for you? It'll block what I call bad credit crap and push your score up and actually get you more green lights. Again, if your credit's all screwed up, what do you want? You need to reduce your debt to ratio because it's jacked up, or increase the limit. How do you reduce it? You might need another card. You might need to line you for a line of credit as we position this. Yes, I thought I saw it on the link, all right, on the link below. The link below. We have to be careful of that rapid rescore. So the bottom line is I have to watch what I say now because I got this list of things I'm not allowed to say what you just said. I have to say in the link because it's you can't say the other link, whatever, because I get in trouble for that, even though it makes no sense. See, I like to help people. I've been on TikTok now 20 weeks, 67,000 followers. All right? TikTok is like, if I didn't find out I was helping some people, I wouldn't bother to do TikTok. Okay, but again, that's what I'm doing. Here's the rules and tools of Rapid Rescore. Remember, I created Rapid Score and Rapid Refresh in 1977 and 78. Take your picture, it's right there. It can always push your score up. That's how they close escrows. To this day, escrow companies want to use Rapid Rescore because I invented it in 77. They use it to this day. They charge a couple $1,000 to do it anyway, and that's what happens. What do you do for you? Let's think. Let's connect our dots. If we look at the SS what? N is a 1040 tax return, SS4, that's 1120. We could actually combine these as one tax return because the IRS allows you to do that. It's called an S corporation. S is single filing. But it also says you have to have a reasonable compensation. That's why you get to design your paycheck. You get to design your paycheck. See, the problem you have with you is your lack of knowledge. Sorry to say, but it's true. You have all these pretend coaches out there. I can't use that word anymore because I can't use that either. So what do? These phony coaches are giving you the wrong information. I'm sorry to say it's true. Why? This me, the NACB, certifies me, the only consultant worldwide they ever certified in the first place. I created the 29% rule right there. 29% green, 30's yellow, 50's red. I did that. It's on your credit system to this day. All right, it's very simple, but then the counterbalance is winning the credit game. So let's think about something today. If you're going to let me structure you again and again, I want you to focus. All cards fluctuate but two. All cards fluctuate but two. I believe that most of you have a utilization problem because you jacked up the wrong card. You should have a sticky. Someone should have taught you rules and tools a long time ago. I've been teaching for 50 years. I don't know where you've been, but I've been out here all the time, 6 days a week. These don't fluctuate. So understand, if we're going to play the game to win, can you listen and pay attention and follow through, please? You see, you could actually get to millionaire status if you wanted to, but it's up to you, as I've had almost 50 million people do that as we play the game. Doesn't matter if it's the Lakers and Clippers I incorporate or the presidents of the United States of America. I'm the largest registered agent in the world. It's very simple, just the way it is. So guess what? As we play this game, what do we get to do? Let's understand. If cards fluctuate and these two do not, if I understand rules and tools, I can maintain my 750 score no matter what I do. See, having 71,000 of safety credit per year is very important to all of us because we always have a blank day, month or year. We always do bad times. Unfortunately, that's what we do. So I want you to understand what I would tell you to do before you kind of mess it up. See, I always tell people before you jack up a credit card, call your creditor or go on the dashboard and increase your limits. You just lost your job. What do you need? You need more credit. See, the reality is very simple. We need more money and time and credit. Money, time, and credit. We need that because it's a necessity. But again, you get to learn how to play the game your way. I would tell you to learn rules and tools. Why? Because it makes sense to me. I developed it. I created my first $1 million corporation when I was 15 years old. My first $1 billion structure at 21. That was just me. Protecting my assets and my family too. You have the choice to do the same thing if you want to. But you're going to have to follow through. It's not easy. Now, so let's understand. Let's show me your numbers. I'd like you to take a picture right here, please. You see, we have to look at numbers. Numbers never lie. Only people do, in my opinion. I got to make sure I can say that too. So guess what we do? Let's see. A $500 credit card, I can't use more than 145. It's hard to do that as well. 2,000's at 580, 5,000's 1450, and 25,000 7250. You see, this is all personal credit. Corporate credential and personal file, unless it's a Spark card from Capital One. Again, gold, blue, or green. What do? I'd like you to listen very carefully. I'll give you a procedure. If you can write it down, could you do that for me too, please? Let's write down the procedure. What does this mean? If today we basically take our utility bills and our credit cards and be paperless, automatic payment, that's what I tell you to do. Automatic payment, paperless. Since I created a program called Fast Pay, Quick Pay for T or W in Aspire and use it today, it's very simple. Make an extra payment per credit card per week. Covers 10 or 20 bucks. Always keep a 10% balance on all cards. If you keep below that, I've got people out there buying my books 20 years ago, and they're coaches, pretend. They don't have an education at all. They have no degree. They have learned how to play. They have bought a book or two. See, the reality is very simple. If you pay these off on a weekly base, you're going to have a problem. You're going to shrink your limits or close your card, and you will not get big corporate credit cards at all. Underwriters look at that. Now, if you call this phone number right now, later today, and you opt out for 5 years or lifetime. See, no one's teaching the rules and tools. That's the biggest problem you have today. They're not teaching the real rules and tools. So let's understand what that means. Very simple as we play this game to win. So again, 888-567-8688, that's the goal. If we opt out for 5 years or lifetime, you're now off the national mailing list. That's what you should understand that. What I just told you is on the left-hand side of this. Take your picture. Take a picture today and understand how this works. The bottom line is right in front of you, right there. There's all the rules and tools. Again, if you take a picture of that little round thing right there, it's perfect. I created the rules and tools in 1977. You might want to learn that the oldest coach, current coach, and future coach is me. You can repackage your life if you want to. So understand, I like Analytical 750. I don't like Credit Karma because they don't have a spirit and they have no phone number to help you. Plus, they've been indicted 6 times. So you might want to think about Analytical 750 for a reason why. They actually have a Aspirian, which helps you do what? They're chase cards. I love chase cards. I think they're fun. I just pop somebody another card at 0% interest for months, a year plus. There's $350,000 in my hand. Would you like some of it? It's going to be up to you. There's an interest rate up to 22 months. I like that. It makes sense for a corporation to run a business. But again, this is all up to you, what you want to do. If we learn to play the game to win, understand something. I'd like you to learn to help yourself and your family. God, family, money. God, family, money. Now, here's the 10 steps I'd like you to take a picture of. These are the 10 steps you could actually rebuild your life correctly if you wanted to. It's right in front of you. I guess as we play this game. So guess what we get to do? We get to play the game. But Chase offers only, well, again, they offer 0% interest for 12 months to 24 months. Again, how you position if you're an affiliate like me. But again, it doesn't matter the interest rate anyway. If I need money to finance my business, I can offset the interest rate. So unfortunately, we had silly people always make a comment, and they don't really know what they're talking about anyway, in my opinion. I don't really care about the interest rate. I'm glad it's 22 months no interest rate, but I need the credit to finance the business, to finance the dream. If I don't have it, what are you going to do? Win the lottery? Get it from your friends and family? It doesn't make any sense. All right, well, SoFi offers 4%. Fantastic. What does that have to do with chase cards? So you're throwing in things that you're acting like you know what you're talking about. That's good. I hope you do. But the bottom line is I don't want SoFi. All right, not in the beginning. SoFi is when you do balance transfers or you have to do debt consolidation because you jacked it up. SoFi would not be worth it if you wanted to do that unless you jack things up. So what do? We look at basically Analytical 750. They're going to call you every 46 days, by the way. They have that program that reaches out and they actually help you. That's kind of nice. They're going to tell you what to do every 46 days. They have 4 options here, even to protect your title of your house. How's that? And the bottom line, they have a bond up to $5 million. You can protect yourself too. If you have that corporation or LLC, they can help you with Dun & Bradstreet and basically the Aspirian, Treasury, and Equifax business reports. That's how it works. And I'm the guy that set up the dashboard in 87 to allow tax ID to be used for credit cards in the first place. So you might want to play it that way too. Today, if you wanted to wrap a rescore, the office has a program for $1,500. It's okay. That's what they charge. They're going to give you a wrapper rescore. They're going to have the paralegals rebuild your credit every step of the way and help you. But they don't do repair. They do rebuilding. There's a big difference. They also offer you basically for $1,500 about a $5,000 card. One line, if you did it with me, it's $500 and you get $5,000 anyway. It's an opportunity. If you did it now, if you don't do it now, it's okay. Call the office. Let them charge a little bit more.